दीपं गृहाण देवेशं त्रैलोक्यतिमिरापहम्।
जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। यह अमरग्रंथय मुक्ति पंचय, पंचमे वेद निराला, नव ज्योति जगाने वाला। यह अमरग्रंथय मुक्ति पंचय, पंचमे वेद निराला, नव ज्योति जगाने वाला। हरि ज्ञान यही वरदान यही, हरि ज्ञान यही वरदान यही, जग की मंगल की आरती, पापियों को पाप से तारती। जय जय भागवत भगवान की आरती, पापियों को पाप से यह शांति गीत पावन पुनीत पापों को मिटाने वाला, हरि दर्शन दिखाने वाला। यह शांति गीत पावन पुनीत पापों को मिटाने वाला, हरि दर्शन दिखाने वाला। हे सुख करनी है दुख हरनी, हे सुख करनी है दुख करनी, यह मधुसूदन की आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। यह मयूर बोल जगी पंथ खोल, सन मार्ग दिखाने वाला, बिगनी को बनाने वाला। यह मयूर बोल जग पंथ बोल, सम मार्ग दिखाने वाला, बिगनी को बनाने वाला। श्री राम यही घनश्याम यही, श्री राम यही घनश्याम यही, प्रभु की महिमा के आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, है नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा, है नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा। गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय, गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय। नाम शिवाय Namah Shivaya.
Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya.
Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya.
Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya.
Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya.
Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya.
Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Om Gajananam Bhutaganadisevitam Kavetajambo Palacharabhakshitam Umasutam Sho Kavinashakarakam Namami Viganeshwara Padapankajam Sarvamangalamangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trayambike Gauri Narayani Namostute Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudev. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Everybody please have your seat, make yourself comfortable. Bhumi, lend me that book. Mommy, have that? Give all it back just now. Cordial welcome to everybody. Pranam to all of you online. Welcome to our 17th session of our Bhagwat. Yesterday evening, Ajaji asked me, Pandit, when you're doing the Bhagwat, to take it a step further, we should get into our Gita, the higher philosophy. And that is good. But the problem we have today, young people do not know their Dharma. And for the purpose of Bhagwat, when it was written, if we go back to the discourse in Mahabharata where Brahma is approached by Vyas, I want to write something. I want to do a great text. I feel incomplete. Please give me somebody who's a good secretary. And Ganesh, if for younger set, if you never knew this, Ganesh is he's the secretary of who wrote Mahabharata. He takes the broken tusk and he, dipping in the ink pot and writing as Vyas is dictating the work. He said, I want somebody who is capable, knowledgeable of phonetics and vocabulary, that they must not stop, they must not pause, they must continue. And great effort was placed into this text, so much so we call it the fifth Veda, because everything is in there. Bhagavad was written for a different purpose. Bhagwat was written for when man's lifespan, attention span, general knowledge, and focus. Whilst we may have one or two good souls who have the ability and the tenor to absorb what is in Mahabharata, Gita Parva, Shanti Parva, etc. The typical child today struggles to do arti, to have modesty, to cover hair, to have some form of decorum. So Mahabharata was written in a way to take Christian discourse and play it out like a movie to attract children. It gives the person who may not have reached that tenor, that karmic level, that they could see the high science of Gita, but see it act out, play out, and unfold, tweaking the child's interest. I want to know more, maybe as they age in life. For that reason, we've been reading from Bhagwat, and God bless we, are just blessing as well, that we end up with a crowd of children, not only seniors, but children that want to know more. What was Krishna saying? Why is he saying these things? So that we could delve deeper into Karma Yogi, Raj Yoga, etc. How do I take myself from here to him and go close? In this discourse, as we were doing this morning, we heard how Pradyamuna came. To recap, we heard last night how he gets married to Rukmani and the whole Leela of Rukmani and his first marriage, how he came together. In today's world, many people hear the name of Krishna, but they don't know Krishna. And the problem with that, when the Hindu does not know their dharma, other religion attacks Krishna. They target him, they target the gurus, they target the institution of Sanatana Dharma, and now they pollute the young person. Well, I've heard he had 16,000 wives. I heard he's a lusty fella, he's a rude fella, and for that is who you pray to, you shouldn't pray to him. The younger person, I didn't know, I never hear about that. I only know Radha. I only know that side of it. I didn't know some of this. So the idea of when we sing Ajan Here, and you're praying that the darkness of ignorance must go, put in the knowledge inside of me so that I know why I pray to my Krishna. I know it is a systemic problem that everybody have. A doing, a following, what my father, what my grandfather teach me, I'm emulating. But if somebody says, why? Who is he to you? Who is Krishna to you in your life? At a simple level, I don't even know. Me and this child were talking earlier, and we were talking about how nice astrology is. So we go on the phone, we go on the laptop, we communicate with people throughout the world. Tell me about my future. Panditji, please read my palm. Pandit, read and tell me what it have, what to expect, good days, bad days, etc. But sometimes when you hear about Antardasan, Mahadasan, these things, these terms, and it makes it sound for 7 years, you're going to have a little hard time in your job. Rahu is going to make you think very negative. Ketu is going to make you feel as if you are suicidal, for example. It seems as if, well, the Pandit have a book. He has a script for my life. My life is already written. The Pandit, the Jyotisi will tell me everything is here. Everything is done. So then, friend, why do charity? Why do prayer? Pandit has it. I cannot change my destiny. So the person becomes so entangled in this web of astrology, numerology, that they get lost now because it's depressing sometimes to hear death, mayhem, malice, hatred, prejudice. Oh God. But then if that is the scenario, if that is what is there, then Pandit tell me, why am I praying? Why am I doing seva? Why am I helping a senior across the road? Little things. Why am I feeding a dog water? Why am I showing kindness? If it is already start to finish, it's written. And this is one of the problems that plague our people. We get so enticed and engrossed and carried away with this that we give up control of our life. It's already there. But just as in palmistry, everything is subject to correction and change. Hinduism also talks about the ability to have control of your life. Take control. And this applies to everybody. If it were that Patra, and this is what I said earlier in the Yagna, when Garg Muni writes, he pens the first Patra, and he wrote all the palmistry, numerology, and the rules for it, the man who wrote it the first time. He went to Lakshmi Mata and he says, Mother, may you endorse, put your stamp of approval, make it a religious text like Bhagwat Gita, and let people arati the book of Patra. Let Jyotis become holy. And Mother Lakshmi says, no, we don't need that. My children do not need it. That will take them down a road of being a slave. They will become a slave of fate. When you have good and bad, somebody will read it and dictate it to you. Whereas Garg says, no, ma, no, this book, this creation I made is supposed to guide the person, maybe to pray. So even if we take up, for example, like the 100 years Patra, where people go back, let's say I was born in 1943, and I want to consult to see what was my nakshatra or something like that. That whole book, if somebody says, well, who is talking in Patra? Who is telling me the secret? Who is talking, communicating with me? Durga Mata is having a conversation with Bairu and saying, I have children. And just as how I'm guiding them based on our conversation with the rain, the environment, the rain is falling, oh, Durga Mata is happy with my prayer today. Good sign. If I see a kitten walking in front of me as I'm heading to the airport, bad sign, bad omen, bad warning, look out. Bad dreams, different things come every day. Mother is always trying to guide her children. Likewise in this, if your child has this problem, let them fast, let them do seva, let them feed a dog, let them do this, that, and the other. And they could take control of their life and change the scenario. Everything that is written in our Patra, our hands, the lines, everything is subject to change. This is the part where now we get proactive. I am saying, right, Panditji, we have this, the child has a mole in the eye, it is a reflection of whatever. When you make baby and the baby has the mark on the scalp that they have a predisposition to drown, you don't say, well, what are you going to do? This one go dead? No, you want that child to go by that water. You change, your course correct. You change your behavior. Likewise, if I have marks on my body, if I have something in the Jyotis, if I have something in the Patra and the warning comes, the Pandit, the Guru, the Shastri comes and he says, listen, look out, dangerous time. You might slow down when you're driving. You might make decisions differently. In the same way now, imagine I don't like what is going on in my life. I'm sickly. Then, brother, get your head, Hanuman Baba. And you pray, dear God, it's written somewhere, I was going to die. I'm going to have a bad infection. I'm going to have a surgery. Shani Dev is interfering with me. He's causing ruckus. You take control of him. I put you in charge. Then the person with prayer from a standpoint of knowledge, use their prayer like a tool. You want a hammer nail, you get a good hammer, you hit the nail. You don't watch it and say, I wonder when God will come to beat my nail. You take control. Your murti, your puja, your mantra then becomes the tool to shape your destiny. I have a very hard head. I can't understand maths. Mommy will tell me, get to Saraswati and do your job. Pray and ask she to change your life. You can't have children. Go to Shashti, say your prayers. You're having this problem, you're having that problem. Take control of your life. Use your prayer. Then your time, me and know the prayer, Pandit. Pandit, me and know the Chalisa. Uncle want me learn the Gita. If I can't give the cow, I live in Brampton, there's no cow farm. Okay, Auntie learn from Gita Mahatyam Varahapuran. If I read half the book, Auntie Anita, I get the blessing as if I did go down 9 chapters. I get the reward, the burden, as if I do it. Okay, well then research, read, go and find the information, but you have to find it, you have to want it. And when the God starts to work in your life, things start to change. In every example of our Muni, of our Devatas, we speak about ahimsa. We talk, we go for it, we try in this life not to be offensive. We don't interfere, we don't pray, God, hit them, hurt them, harm them. We don't pray like that. We aim for better. But There is also a precedent that Durga has every weapon in her hand. Ram is the one who stands up. Krishna says, stand up for your dharma. Stand up for what is right. And there's also the part where you have to defend yourself with prayer. God becomes your shield and your protector. When every demon and devil come in your life, you have to stand up. Otherwise, you are letting yourself be open. Take me. Hit me. Do me where you want. We wouldn't do that with our front door in our house. We would still lock the door. We're responsible. But if we get complacent with our prayer, then when spirituality, when karma, when life is coming at you, hitting you, and you're a stranger to this prayer, then you're saying, well, how it go. It's written. Let it happen. Let it unfold. God is in charge. God is in charge. I agree. But your tears are also real. And if you don't like those tears, if you don't like the pain, then you get up and you take control. And what you don't know, you learn. You spend your time, you invest your energy to learn. Nobody in this life is born knowing everything. But you endeavor into things that, you know what, will help me. If somebody today gets diagnosed with kidney disease, and you have to cut out potassium from your diet, for example, I don't know about that. I am not a dietitian. But I will research. I will speak to a professional. I will find the information and make the adjustments, starting from my diet to my lifestyle to everything, to save my life. If I could adjust my diet, my lifestyle, my sitting practice, the way I think, the way I talk, and get the same protection, it just makes sense. So in the same way, just as how when I have a headache, I take a Tylenol. Could you tell me, Bumi, if I said to you, I have a real bad headache, well, Pandit, it have Tylenol. Take a tablet. And I said, no, I'm waiting for God to take away the headache. You would watch me like a madman. Pandit, you are your maker. You could help yourself. You could do it. Pick up yourself, take the Tylenol. Likewise, say the prayers. Get rid of the headache. In the same way, prayers then really becomes like a medicine, just a tablet that is used when you have a trouble. Use your medicine. When your trouble done, in all fairness, take a break. Nobody said you have to become the pundit or the sadwain or the sadhu, but when life really hit you a spanner or a wrench, you stand up and you fight. You don't run from it. You use it. You use the history to protect yourself. Vindravan Viharilala ki jai. From that perspective, we go into a short discourse today about Lord Krishna getting blamed. He getting falsely accused. And in it, a different way, he saves somebody. Somebody asks. Everybody prays to God and asks for things. And it is amazing, based on our conversation so far, how Lord Krishna is able to reward people, remember people, even if sometimes it takes time for him to come. This discourse talks about how he comes in a cave to give somebody something they had asked a janam ago, a previous time. When Ram was walking on the earth, this person says, please give me this, I need this. He says, okay, hold on, I'll come one day and I'll give it to you. It takes time, but today is the day he gets it. By listening to this, when people have a burden or a tendency in life to get false accusation, blame, this rids the person of that type of problem. This type of prayer, there are different ways we pray. This type of method is where we're listening, Shravanam. Shravanam is, baby, because of my body, I can't do prayer, physical, put the flower, etc. But by listening to the holy history of God, it's so potent that I get the blessing like and like. So the person is able to worship in a different way. Let's enter our Sumiran for Bhagwat. Everybody put your hand together and ask God just what we're talking about. I am about to listen to something. I don't know anything. I know on a day-to-day basis I depend on you. Dear Lord, please allow me to get the vardhan or the blessing, the punyam of hearing your history learning something to understand you a little bit better. That is all my objective is. Your force, your form, your name, your history is potent enough to give me the help at a simplest level. Help. Help for a student is the exam pass. Help for a sickly person, health. Dear God, I could define the word help for you. In my prayer today, whilst Pandit is chanting his passage, listen to the language of my heart. As I am simply telling you, I journeyed to this temple. For those online, I'm taking the time to watch and learn, to listen. I'm sacrificing. I could have been doing a million things now. I'm sacrificing because I need help. Take a second. We don't have to use mantras for everything. Talk to God. Dear God, my name is, and I need help with. Redhi Sedhi Data Sedhi Sadana Varana Vadana Sumiro Badamban Madana Kadana Kelalakum Ganapati Kripanidan Jnanakani Ananda Bhavanam Dehu Mohi Varadan Varano Vasha Bhagavata Jai Shiva Ananda Kanda Bhutanata Bhava Bhaya Harana Bhakti Vishaya Nirvan Gaudavadana Mangala Karana Jai 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 Jagadisha Sevat Shesha Mahesha Mahima Amita Abeva Veda Veda Janat Rahim Redhi Sedhi Data Sedhi Sarana Varana Vadana Sumiro Varambar Madana Kadana Kelalakum Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. This point that I am trying to make is given in Gita. In Bhagwat Gita it says it's good if a person could follow good. If you could do good, very good. It's my words, simple words. If you are practicing good karma, if you are living a goodly life, very good. But too often people are doing good, but they don't know why. What's their motive? What is the purpose? Why are you doing something? Imagine somebody ask you at a simple level, I saw you did this, that, and the other in prayer. I saw you make sacrifice by changing your diet, fasting, etc. Why? My mommy told me to do it. My pundit told me to do it. Everybody was doing it, so I did it. I'm following the crowd. He says it is better to know, to have the knowledge accompanying the practice. It is good to do, but know why you do. So from a place of knowledge, the person could maybe speak to God in a better way, have a better conversation. So for example, dear Lord, I'm offering you the red powder of Sindur. I am offering it because it means this, it represents this. And this is why today in my prayer, I'm asking you for your favor, for good luck, for happiness. From that perspective, let us enter into this katha. Satyajit. Satyajit is a person that had committed a great offense against Krishna. He accuses him of lying and stealing. Thief, murderer. Harsh words. This is the first time Krishna will meet this. In different discourse, it was confusing when we hear about Shishupal, this character that really hurt Krishna, attacked him, and used language that was unbecoming of the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. But when Shishupal is destroyed, I saw his Jivatma go into Krishna. So the question was asked, is it good when somebody is bad to you? If somebody is insultive to you, do you like that or something? People who are good suffer. People who are good go through hardship. Let's use Sudama. Look at hardship, suffering, starvation, etc. But bad people wear crowns on their head, and when they die, we see the soul like a deer light jump out of the body and went straight into you, never to come back, never to go through hardship. What type of enigma, what type of trouble is this? Very confusing. Now we're going to hear about another one. Satyajit falsely accused him as a leader of this kingdom. It was a strange thing for not only for him, but for the people that he led. How could you talk about my Lord and Master like that? How could you accuse him? In Brahma Puran, it says Krishna had incurred this wrath because he had looked at the full moon in the month where Ganesh Baba's birthday is celebrated. And the lash of this thing, people will accuse you. In our summary, people will falsely accuse you. Friends will become enemies. And it is always about, I use it myself, Keshava said, but they don't say what they said. So it's a one-sided scale. Similarly, Parikshit says, how did that happen? And Guruji says, Sukdev Goswami says, and further, when Satyajit learns that he was wrong, his solution was to go and beg forgiveness and get his daughter married to Krishna now as a makeup, as a kind of remedy for this offense. Parikshit says, Guruji, don't leave me hanging. Tell me the story. I want to know about my Lord. I've never heard this. Please satisfy my appetite. Tell me what is happening in this story. He says it begins with Satyajit being a great devotee of Surya Narayana Swami. He would be somebody who would get up and pray just for children looking on. Sometimes when people go and offer jal, arg, they don't know what they're doing, the logic. So, just to run through for children, on a Sunday morning, Ravivar, people put their hands like this, holding their lota. And they're tipping forward. Sometimes you put different ingredients, different people. Let's say I put milk and a red flour, simple. And I'm tipping forward. I'm facing east. And many people face east. You were facing east in today's puja. Baba, auntie, I see you facing east. Where you facing east for? Me, you know. The Pandit tell me face east. But Satyajit knew, when I'm facing east, the rising sun, the radiation from that sunlight will penetrate my body. I have cataract, I have skin problem, I have in my heart hurt, bitterness, pain. Dear God, Surya Narayana Swami, heal me, help me, burn it away. So the morning of Ravivar, the person goes with their offering. Dear Lord, this is the prasad, this is my gift to you. Tipping forward, facing east, through the curtain of this offering, please penetrate my body. Heal me, help me, hear my prayer. I am in trouble, God. Please assist me. Satyajit would use this vrat and other steps to continuously foster a wonderful relationship with Surya Narayana. Ravidev blessed him to give him this great Swayamtak gem, beautiful ruby-looking thing, that it was so powerful that when the sunlight hit the gem, it would dazzle. Further, it would manifest wherever it is, gold, riches, endless treasury, etc. Satyajit, when he got this gift from the Devta, he felt very proud having achieved this gift. And he wore it brazen, boldly, showing everybody his gift, his darshan, as it were, from the meeting of God. This was so powerful, it blinded people with the resonance of the light. One day, Satyajit wanted to go and look for the king, Krishna, to show him how beautiful his achievement, the grace of this Devta, had blessed him. And he goes into the Sudharma court of Dwarka. And when the moment, imagine as he's walking in, court was going on, ministers talking, etc. Everybody says, oh look, Surya Narayan Swami is coming. This bright, blinding light coming to meet with Krishna. What a moment for us to sit here and witness this meeting. Krishna laughs at them and he says, no Surya, no Ravi. This is Satyajit. Knowing that he had gained the blessing, but this brilliant light is coming. Satyajit sitting in the room, everybody awing and oohing at this achievement. It's so beautiful. And whilst he's sitting, right around him, the goal is manifesting. It is coming up. Different amount, barrels of gold containers was just manifesting out of nothing. He tells Krishna that wherever this gem is, Surya Dev told him that famine cannot come, epidemic, calamity, even serpents cannot bite or in any way injure, malign a person. It is so good. When he said it, Krishna says, please loan us it. Give it to Ugrasen and let him just wear it for a little bit so that the people in Mathura could also have like or similar like blessing. Satyajit did not pay heed to that request. He says one day. He didn't answer yes. He didn't take it off and give him it. Sure, one day, palm it off. It so happened as time passed, Satyajit gives the same gem to Prasen, his brother. Prasen, when it was going helter-skelter all over, doing his duty, and at one point decided to go to hunt in the forest. But this bright light attracted a predator, a strong lion. The lion attacks Prasen, and the lion chews up the man, chews up the horse. Damage, kill them. Then, somewhere along the story, it says here, that the lion that attacks Prasen is damaged by a bear. And the gem was passed because it is so shiny, it is attracting these animals. And they go after the gem. The bear takes the gem and goes back to his cave. However, in the city of Dwarka, people are missing Prasen. Satyajit becomes worried. Did some bandit, did something happen to my brother? He's not coming back. He's not coming back. He's not coming back. This discourse is given in Devi Bhagwat, in the Mahatyam of Devi Bhagwat, showing the value of goddess worship and goddess prayer. It is repeated here. But the version in Devi Bhagwat talks about from the aspect that Vasudeva was not seeing Krishna and he goes to do Devi's puja. In this case, here now, the talk, the whispering started. I think Krishna, he wanted to get the gem. He wanted to give Ugrasen the gem, his grandfather. And if you do not work with him, he's a very, very smart, scampish fellow, He would do anything to get his way, even reduce to trickery. Remember when Yavana, the guy, was lowered into the cave? And Mukuchunda burned him. He lowered that man to his death. He didn't fight him brazen and bold. He's a coward. Our king is very unrighteous, and he is the type to kill this man because of that gem. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. So bad. This tumultuous rumor started to build. It reached to the court, to the ears of Balram. Everybody is hearing the whispers. Balram says, to be a brother, I have to be honest with him. I have to tell him. What is the sense of keeping something like this secret and the person cannot atone for it, they cannot fix it, they cannot do anything? He says, brother, I know you have your way of doing things. I know fully well that you are sometimes very secretive also. Tell me the truth. Did you damage Prasen? This is his brother now. This is his blood. This is your own, not stranger. Krishna looks at him and he says, are you doubting me? Oh, Balaram. He says, no, don't go down that road. I'm asking you, answer me. Don't try any trickery here. Did you damage him? Did you interfere with him? Did you kill him? Did you trap him? Did you imprison him? Did you do something? Krishna Raj, tell me the truth. Krishna says, Balaram, I did no such thing and I will prove it. I will go and look for Prasen. Krishna gets up and he goes, smiling, not bitter, not vindictive. The Leela has to unfold, O Parikshit. Krishna goes in the forest and finds the corpse of Prasen. He sees the shell of where the horse was, and the horse was attacked. Trailing the blood, he follows and he finds a cave. And in that cave now, there's a young, let me say a toddler bear, being watched by a nanny, by a nurse. This nurse saw where Krishna saw the gem, the big old chain with this diamond that was such a great accolade that somebody wore it with pride. Now the child playing with it like a hapless toy. Krishna went to get the gem because now if I bring back the gem and proof that I didn't take it, but I retrieved it from such and such place in the forest. As he goes to hold this thing, the nurse alerts the parent of this child, the bear, calls out, letting know that some predator is trying to touch the young cub. From the inners of that cave came a roar, came a stark, frightful roar. The few soldiers, the people that followed Krishna to verify that he did not kill anybody, they step back when they hear it. He carries them because he wants them to see for themselves that he did not kill Prasen. But the roar of this animal is ferocious. He tells them, hold on, let me go and see, let me deal with this. You all stay back and wait for me. In Bhagwat, Krishna goes into the cave. In Devi Bhagwat, it says that the bear attacked him coming out of the cave, so the fight was in front of everybody. Bhagwat says Krishna went into the cave, and as the bear attacked him, these two people locked in battle for 28 days and nights. One push back, like two equal forces that could not mash or damage each other. That bear was a great bhakt, O Parikshit. That great bhakt, he did not know it, but in that moment where he was attacked, he's getting just what he prayed for. Sometimes the person is seeing things manifesting in their life, and it is hard to believe that the same things that we're seeing is a result of our own prayer and what we ask for. It is amazing the power of our words, our deeds, our speech, our thoughts, and sometimes we forget what we say when people make pronouncements on other people or scenarios. And then when you see it actually happen, you're left in amazement. My words, my body, I was able to cause that. Parikshit says, I don't understand that. How? If he's fighting, how is he fighting his devotee? What are you talking about, Guruji? How is this possible? He says, for the life of a devotee to gain or to have something, it has to have a beginning. It has to have a root cause. And the root cause to the blessings or the punishment covered by the word parabdha karma. In our language, we like to say karma. But under karma, there are types of karma. Just two types we're going to talk about today. Parabdha karma is what I did in my last life. Because of my good and bad, God made me a human with 10 fingers. A blessing. I could hold a cup of tea. But if now I did some bad, I love to listen to gossip. God made me. I have my strengths, but I may have a deficiency. So the same God made me, but made me to reflect my karma. And not necessarily, as we are told, God made man in his image and perfection. The truth is, who is perfect? Who doesn't have an ailment or a harsh day or a harsh example of life? He says this person's karma was so great from the beginning of Sundarkan, where he says you could do it, Hanuman. Jamwant is the person, his words. When he tells Garud, bite the snake and free Ram, do it, help, get up, do. The words of Jamwant, the content of Jamwant, the bear that worked with Ram in the fight for Sita. When in Ram Gita, it was time for Sri Ram to go. Jamwant, he says, Jamwant, after blessing Hanuman, Chiranjeevi, Sugriv, Vibhishan, Chiranjeevi, everybody, he says, what do you want? What? He says, I don't want mukti like Sugriv. I've always heard that you are so strong and you are so vibrant, you are so powerful. Dear Lord, I'm a bear, I am ferocious and I am strong. I've had as the blessing, because his father, he's a son of Brahma as well, he has great lineage. Because of my genetics, I am very strong myself, and I always wondered, I pondered about you. And I wanted to know who was stronger, you or me. I wanted to know in my heart, if it were me and you, maybe we would have asked for something more grandiose. Maybe we would have asked for mukti. Maybe we would have asked for family. This man is asking, I want to have a competition. I want to have a fight. I want to lock horns with you, figuratively, and I want to see who is stronger. Sri Ram smiled in the Surya River, standing there, getting ready to go. Understanding that, based on what we just said, this devotee is here. He is not ready to say, let me get the mukti, let me go, let me move on from this creation. He is seeing God at the face level, as some people do. Not the person to be the energy that creates everything. He's in love with these features of Ram. God is Ram, Ram and Ram alone. For that kind of person, they love that Murti of Sri Ram. That is their life. That is what they hold on to. But they don't see Ram in other forms. As compared to Hanumanji in Anand Ramayana, when that is the time when Shiv Baba tells Hanuman, go and test Arjun. He's too proud. If he is allowed to take to that battle with that pride, he will lose. You have to break his pride. So Hanuman Baba, this is in Christian time now, Hanuman goes and he says at the bank of Rameshwaram, where he had just gone and prayed to Shiva, come outside, and Hanuman, let me say, flying, and he land. He says, brother, who are you? He says, my name is Arjun, son of Pandu. He says, and who are you? He says, I am Ram, emissary, worker of that great Ramchandra. He says, that is your God? That stupid, weak, horrible man? So imagine if that was you, how you would have feel insulted. But Hanuman is able to hold, don't react. He says, brother, why are you ill-speaking my God? What do you mean? Where is the source of this insult? He says, well, I'm a great archer, you know. I am the best. I have the bow of Shiva now. And if it were me at that time to build the Situ or the bridge to reach Lanka, I would have taken my bow and arrow and made the bridge. I would not have resorted to lesser beings toting and fighting to build on my behalf. For that reason, he is less than in my eyes. Hanuman couldn't take it, but he hold in. He said, all right, brother, listen. Let me make a little bet. Forget the river, forget the whole ocean. There's a pond here in this property. Let's go make a bridge. Let's test your idea. If you are so good, just span the bridge. And if you span that bridge and it withstands my weight, I promise I will give you all my force, all my protection, all my shielding ability. But if you lose, go and pick up driftwood. And because of your mouth, ill speaking Ramchandra, burn yourself. Give up this life. No, because of your arrogance. Deal. They go to the bridge. Arjun does shoot bow and arrow, makes a bridge over the pond. Hanuman goes just with the tail. Hits the bridge fall. Say, okay, brother? Prepare to kill yourself. Time to die. Arjuna is picking up pieces of driftwood, feeling bad, shame, you could imagine. Krishna still wants to come and save him. Krishna knows he's in trouble. And Krishna, according to Anand Ramayana again, takes a manifestation as a little Brahmin boy. Comes to two of them. Hello, I'm the owner of this property. What are you doing on my property? What are you doing here? What are two of you doing? So Hanuman says, well, we had a competition and this fella lost and he's getting ready to die. And I am just standing here to watch him die. So Krishna now in the little form, he says, friend, you're doing this really wrong. I think you are trying to outsmart this fella to kill himself. There's no witness in this bet. You're cheating him. I doubt you what you say. Let's do it over. But this time I will be the witness. Okay, Hanuman said, no problem. I believe in my Ram. I believe in his power. I have no problem. Let's do it again. Arjun pulls the bow. And the little boy says, friend, if I could give you a piece of advice, why don't you call on your God? Why don't you pull on him now so that you are successful? Don't try to do this alone. You will fail. You know, in the movies, we see them when they pull the bow and they whisper in their prayer. Arjun said, Krishna, I need you now. Protect me now, else I will die. Builds the bridge. Hanuman, take the tail, hit it, but he didn't fall. Very strange. He goes on top of the bridge, Muktar jumping up like a monkey, not falling. But one of the grace of Hanumanji, he's blessed by Sri Ram, that in every disguise, in every hiding, Hanuman has the drishti to see Ram, to find Ram. And in the moment, Valmiki says, Hanuman felt, you know, we say our paws raise when something emotional, but the energy is plain. Hanuman gets this sense that his God is here. Something is happening. He looked over into the pond and he saw the Swadarshan Chakra spinning. Supported now by the power of Vishnu, the bridge is standing. And when he lifted his eyes on the bank where Arjun is standing right there, the little boy, in the blink, from the little boy, he sees Krishna. Peacock feather, basari, etc. Blink, but he saw now his Ram. And in the moment, he sees the Ram after this whole janam, all this time, and he starts to howl. The words cannot come out of his body. He's seen his Prabhu. And that Hanuman ran from on that bridge and throws himself at the foot of this person. And Hanuman is the one who tells Arjun, oh, you're so foolish. Arjun, you are standing next to him. And you are so blind, you cannot see him. I have been waiting for so long, and you've come to look for me, Prabhu. Prabhu, and he started to howl that you did say you would come to test me, you would come to play with me. And look, you played with me today. Surprise. He couldn't hug him, he couldn't do anything. He held on to the foot, and with tears, Hanuman remained there. Did not study Arjuna again. Forget about the whole Leela Shiv Baba sent him. Didn't business with that. When the reuniting happened and Krishna revealed himself to Arjuna, this is how a devotee is. You consider yourself mahant and great, but you are great yet. You are blind. You are still full of yourself. And for that reason, you need to change. You need to change your ways. No matter what gift God give you, if you don't change your ways, you will lose. He says, Hanuman, but you did make a promise. You did say you would protect him. So now protect him. He says, okay, on the chariot of Arjuna, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, I will be on that flag, that Kapi Dwaj, the flag of the monkey over the chariot, and I will protect him. Wherever that goes, no arrow, no weapon will raise against him. Till today in Hinduism, we are doing rough work, we are doing Hindu work over the mandir, that red flag, that Hanuman Janda is blowing to protect the vicinity and the place wherever he is. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Hanuman gains that grace. Jamwan wants to just fight. So Krishna says, I will go to this Jamwan. I will go. It's time for me now to reward this devotee. And in the battle, while they're fighting like this in the cave, and he's seen Krishna with the crown, with the peacock feather, going, when Jamwan blinked, he saw Ram. Krishna showed him, Ram, doubt yourself. When he watched again, Krishna. But now with that shock, he pulled back because he can't attack his Lord. It says that in the moment, tears, he made the glimpse of Ram in the heart of this devotee, caused tears. He had not seen this form in a time where there's no artisan to make murti, for a printer to make portraits of pictures. There is no record of Ram except for his heart. And now I see him. He started to cry, dropped to his knees, put his hand together. Who are you? Who are you? What are you? And Sri Ram revealed himself. He says, Oh Bhakt, oh Jamant, you asked me a long time ago for a fight. And today I came to grant your desire. It took a long time. You are a single man. You are a bachelor in those days. He says, Prabhu, I've gotten old. I'm no longer the warrior. I've put down all my fighting ways. I'm now a family man. And that little one by the entrance, that is one of my children, one of my kin. Jamwant was so pleased to get this Bardhan and this Ashirvad. The people who were outside, when the fight was going on for those days, they give up. They say, okay, the bear eat he. The bear killed Krishna. No Krishna, they are seeing Krishna, Krishna is coming. 28 days passed, them long give up and they went back to the city to announce that we need to get a new king. Krishna is dead. The only person who didn't give up was Vasudeva. When everybody was busy, the ministers are trying to adjudicate and run the city, and Balaram is away, Vasudeva stayed doing the Navratri part, doing the vrat for the goddess, where we put mother in a kalash and we worship and we beg. For that reason, Devaki and Vasudeva worship the goddess Durga as she is regularly known. Chandrabhaga, Skanmata, Siddhartri, they sat and they prayed, feeding children, doing Kanyakumari Puja, sharing payasam, and all different type of required rituals were done. And they prayed and begged that the impossible come possible. These people saying, my son dead, But the parent, the love, you have to change that. I am not accepting that. You are greater than everything, goddess. Bring my child back to me. I have gone through enough suffering and sadness, Devaki says. Please give me back my child. In the cave, Jamwan says, Prabhu, please accept one gift from me before you leave. Please accept the greatest asset I have as a father. Krishna, Sri Ram incarnate says, you are my bhakt, whatever you offer me. If you come with a fig, I'll take it. If you come with a drop of water, I'll take it. If you come with a leaf, I'll take it. Once you have that devotion, I'll take it. What you want to offer me, tell me, I'll take it. You are so serene, you are so good, I will accept it. He says, I have one daughter named Jamwanti. Please accept my girl. Let her become your wife. And let me as a father give this girl child to you. When I do that, I will get optimal blessing. And in that moment, Jamwanti did marry Krishna. And as they were doing the Visarjan back home with Vasudeva and Devaki, Mother, please, as our final pratna, please, as we offer into the Havan Purna Hoti time, Please accept this prayer and bless our child to return. Bless him to be whole and real and living. No damage, no broke, no break, no damage, nothing. Send him back the same way he went into that forest. As they say, swaha, and they put it down. Krishna walked through the door. Vrindavan Bihari Lala ki jai. Coming home in one hand had the gem that he got back. And in the other hand, he's holding Jamunti. This is the katha of how we got that deal. Constantly brooding over the sinful acts of yourself. A devotee could become lost in their history, their own history, agitating their heart and their mind on the bad things that they would have done, taught, or said. It is horrible when we make mistakes when we are 19 and when I reach 60. Oh my God, I did it. But there's no way to atone for it. Blessed is the person when we listen to Gita Mahatyam and you hear, for example, if I read the book, if I just listen to it, if I study it, if I put it, as I was telling you, use it under the pillow where I'm sleeping and let this, the body of Krishna, imbibe within me goodness and protection. That the mistakes I make, Mahapapa, Dipapa, Ni Gita, Dhyanam, Karuti Chet, just as how rain does not change the color of the leaf, the person who is reading their Gita regularly depends on this Gita, builds the relationship. That person is not going to be scathed or damaged by their own previous action. The person gets a reprieve, they get freedom from it. I did make the mistake, but I want out. Now I have better sense, dear God, forgive me. This is why this becomes so imperative in many ritual, many teaching, and Aja is asking, please touch it. As an elder, the logic is guide people with it. Use it. If you use it, it will work so much and so good in your life. The hardships, the troubles in this life, in your next life, this is like the passport, to stamp. Give the person chance now to reach the Vaikunt. With this, you could do it. I can't do the Gauda and read half the book. You can't reach to the Ganges in a wheelchair. Okay, read 6 chapters, you'll get it. It is potent. It is good enough. Gita, Ganga, Chagayatri, the 18 chapters represent my body. When the person gives it in charity, it is as if, Babs, I could lift this, but I can't lift this big murti. I can't afford it. I can't get one where I live. You know what? Please accept this, but bless me as if I did that. That is why we put the little piece of gold. It represents the same. Of all the metal, Krishna, Vishnu is gold. So I'm giving this in charity. Krishna Arpan. Prem se bolo Vrindavan Bihari Lala ki jai. When people, last tidbit, when people have the hurtful experience of looking at the moon on Ganesh Chaut, or the individual, especially for those of you looking on, when the person realizes in marriage, in the work, sister and sister, whatever it is, you're getting blamed. I doesn't want to say anything because as I talk, everybody hates me. Everybody is hating me. The praschit karma, or the repenting, dear Lord, I want to fix this problem. I have this tendency in my life. The verse that is chanted from Devi Bhagwat, where Krishna goes to see the nurse where the child has the gem. Put your hand together and let me just say a little prayer. We saying it. If in case, dear God, I'm falsely accused, I am judged wrongfully, please cut that. Simha prasena mavadi simho jamvata hataha sukumarak maro drishtva hesha samantak Vishnavebhyo nama Vishnu Bhagwan ki jai. That prayer is chanted. Just as we say Gayatri, just as we say Guru Mantra. Dear Lord, when I say this prayer, bless me with. This is an example, just one. When a person has this type of headache, this is the relevant Tylenol, the right medicine to fix it. If the person, regardless of the condition or the status in the life, start to endeavor, learn, search, research, I have this trouble, watch the prayer, watch the puja, and you start there. And as you involve yourself in doing tirat, yatra, doing charity, and you grow your divinity, you grow your spirituality, and you get into looking at God in this form, I learn about his history, I get to love him, I want to see him, I start to pray, I start to talk, I build that relationship. One day, God bless you, when you close your eye, you could see him as a dear light. You grow. You get to see the person in the form of the elements. You get to see him in the animals, etc. And you step up your spirituality, where you could see God here, there, and everywhere. This evening, as we pause for this part, let's put our hands together. Sukhdev Goswami says, O Parikshit, the person who listens to this discourse of how Krishna got married to Jamanti, how he overcame false accusation, how even he is falsely accused and bastardized till today. People continuously blame him and accuse him he's not good. That even him was the subject to hurtful times, just like you and I. Blessed is the person who listens to this, that they are able to rise above hurtful moments in their life, that they too could find the remedy to the situation in the name and the power of the Lord, that change could come in their life, that when at a minimum people are blaming you, people are accusing you, people are attacking your character, people are falsely accusing you of doing or saying or judging people wrongly. Imagine from the case of the person in front of the court, in your marriage, in your job, whatever the case might be, that person becomes freed or free from that type of tendency. Vindravan Bihadilala ki jai. Everybody, let's do one chant, and then we'll do arti. I know you have a little song before we.
Gopala, Gopala, Nacho Gopala, 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 Nacho Gopala, Nacho, Nacho, Sai Nandelala, Nacho, Nacho, Sai Nandelala, Gopala, Gopala, Nacho Gopala, 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 Nacho Gopala, Nacho, Nacho, Sai Nandelala. Nacho, Nacho, Sai Nandelala. Rumma Jumma, Rumma Jumma, Nacho Gopala. Rumma Jumma, Rumma Jumma, Nacho Gopala. Nacho Gopala, Nacho Gopala. Nacho, Nacho, Sai Nandelala. Nacho, Nacho, Sai Nandelala. Gopala, Gopala, Nacho Gopala, 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 Nacho Gopala, Nacho, Nacho, Sai Nandelala, Nacho, Nacho, Sai Nandelala, Gopala, Gopala, Nacho Gopala, 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 Nacho Gopala, Nacho, Nacho, Sai Nandelala. Nacho, Nacho, Sai Nandelala. Nacho, Nacho, Sai Nandelala. Nacho, Nacho, Sai Nandelala.
Vindravan Bihadilala ki jai. Let's all stand as we go to do a little arti to conclude this session. Bumi Holy Tariabib. Sometimes when people go and they see an arti, they don't know what they're doing. After listening and learning about your God, this is an offering from me. I'm giving you energy, heat, light. Please accept it. The circumambulation represents what we do when we're doing praschit, by going around the Lord, keeping the right shoulder to God as I'm going. So hence we go clockwise. As I'm offering myself and I'm offering that light and that energy, Karma says, how I give it, so I'll get. Bless me in my life the day I need the energy, healing, help, finance, family, whatever it is. Send that for me. So it becomes an opportunity for me to give the Lord something. So when people do RT and they simulate the circles, that's why we just do circle and we do RT in a square form. So for example, you're given something. So when you're doing it, good piece of advice is to talk, please accept my RT, please accept me. I need your help, I need your blessing. If we get to that depth of devotion and you're talking to God, the conversation will improve and things get better. Let's do our arti now. Sajam cha varti sanyuktam grahina yojitam ayam deepam grahana devesham trailokya timidapaham.
जय जय भागवत
Together,
भगवान
everybody,
की
go ahead.
हे आरती पापियों को पाप से हे तारती जय जय भागवत भगवान की हे आरती पापियों को पाप से हे तारती यह अमर ग्रंथ है मुक्ति पंचयः पंचम वेद निराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला यह अमर ग्रंथ है मुक्ति पंचयः पंचम वेद निराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला हरि ज्ञान यही वरदान यही हरि ज्ञान यही
वरदान यही
जग की मंगल की आरती पापियों को पाप से है याद जी जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती यह शांति कृत पावन पुरीत भोग मिटाने वाला हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला यह शांति कृत पावन पुनीत भोग मिटाने वाला हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला हे सुख करनी है दुख करनी हे सुख करनी है दुख करनी यह मधुसूदन की आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती यह मरुरत बोल जग पंथ बोल सन्मार्ग दिखाने वाला रूप पुराने वाला यह मरुर बोल जग पंथ खोल समग्र दिखाने वाला को बनाने वाला श्री राम यही गंध श्याम यही श्री राम यही गंध श्याम यही प्रभु की महिमा की आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती पापियों को पाप से है तारती पापियों को पाप से है तारती
Dear Lord, thank you for the opportunity to listen to your discourse again. As we are here in Satya Jyoti Mandir in Brampton, thank you for this place. Thank you for these people that have been cooking, making prasad, cleaning the mandir, making it possible for you and I to come and listen and learn. Dear Lord, thank you for the opportunity to be viewing wherever you are in this world, the Katha of Prabhu. Dear Lord, bless the good the punyam that could come from this type of Shravanam to walk with me in my life. Where there's a home, where there's strain, where families are being split apart, where people have trouble. Dear Lord, our prayer is not only to bless us, but please stretch your hand and help those that need the help, help them too. Part and parcel of our prayer, dear Lord. Together, everybody. Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Chasaka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Prem se bolo Mahapati Mahadeva ki jai, Pavanaputra Hanuman ki jai, Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki jai, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki jai. Jai Jai Sitaram. Sitaram, everybody, please have your seat. Aarti, Charan Amrit Prasad, meals for everybody. Before we close, Sunday morning, well, Saturday night would be the 21st session of Bhagwat. Bhagwat is going to close Saturday night. We'll do Visarjan on the Bedi and lift certain things to close it off. But Sunday morning, we're back here doing what we call Gita part or Krishna Puja. In order to close off the prayer, to go from our current lifestyle to the normal lifestyle back at home, we want to do so properly, to make sure that this last send-off is done. In case we made any mistake, in case we said anything or did anything, dear Lord, please forgive us. It's a blessing session. So on that morning, outside, everybody's invited to come and join as we are making our plan. We're trying to get a cow, to be honest, to do Gauda on that morning. If we get through, God bless me. If not, next year, we'll plan better to do this again for the benefit of all, everybody to come. For sure, Sunday morning, coconuts are going to be offered. There's a huge hawankun, and we're going to do, if this body is referred to as Kshetra, Kshetra Pal is the devatas that guard and guide. We'll be doing extra, not normally done, forms of worship. Hawan, everybody is encouraged to come and join the Navgraha, the 9 planets that impact my life, the 64 yogini that could cause things to go wrong, not only good, but go wrong. Food spoil, family vex, financial ruin. Mother, calm down and bless me to be good. So in the same way, I always encourage people, there's a saying, what you do with your own hand has more value. So if you would like to come and join with us, we'll plan it, we'll share it out on the groups. I'm encouraging, especially your senior group, for everybody to come and join it. We witness, come back Sunday morning, early session, maybe 9 to 11 or something. We close and we go for lunch to close off, to do the send-off, to do everything. More details to come. For those of you viewing, join with us, at least as is Swaha, etc., to join in your own way, to partner with us as we do in the prayer. So as we make the plan more, I'll send out at least everybody, all members of the group, everybody. Auntie Indra is going to be very important in this. And we'll get everybody to come together. Bring your flowers, bring your fruits, bring whatever. And we'll do it together. All right? So everybody, thank